How you guys doing? I hope everybody's okay. Sorry for that little hitch there. Today we are gonna be talking to you guys about something that is becoming more and more of a big problem in our community, in our society, both in the bigger African society and in our different countries in Africa. I was watching um, the interview between Dele Momodu and Omoyele Sowore, and some of the things he said in that interview just jumped out to me, and that is the area I want to speak about today. You know, a lot of us waste so much of our energy. We waste our energy trying to analyze, trying to report, trying to criticize. But you ask yourself, what have you actually contributed to the struggle? What is your own, what impact are you making to your society, to your community? A lot of people are doing so many things, and a lot of us just sit down and analyze and criticize. We are experts in what the other person should be doing. Like some of you right now watching me have 1,001 things that you want to complain about what I'm doing. But before I go on, let me just quickly ask you to not forget to subscribe to our channel. We are not the best, but we're just trying our best. You understand? So we need you to encourage us. We need you to give us feedback. So please subscribe so that whenever we have a new video, you'll get to be notified. Don't forget to click that notification bell. It just makes us know what is going on. And for some of you who have not been receiving notifications from us, you can notice that our sometimes you don't get notification. The reason is that some people, and this is something you're going to hear about in the coming weeks, we're going to treat that, but some people are up to mischief. Some people that I won't want to mention their names right now, but I will definitely mention their names very soon because I know they are watching me right now. They have gone around and they have told YouTube that videos that we made in our channel is their own property. That is purely robbery. Okay, so that's how they want to play the game. We've tried to contact them, and we're going to see how they will react to the contact we try to make to them. But when you go to someone's channel and you report or you use whatever means that you think you are able to muster, and you tell YouTube that this person's video is my copyright, do you know what it means? And so you make YouTube, because right now, because of the COVID-19, YouTube has told everybody that it's the system, like the automatic reviews is what is going on. So they are not able to personally review the complaints that are coming to them. So people are capitalizing on it. Those people that don't like what we do, definitely we know we have a lot of enemies. And just as we have a lot of friends, actually our friends are more than our enemies. But the few enemies that you have, they go after you by all kinds of dubious means. So they went after us, and it made YouTube begin to ask us to remove the videos. Some of the videos, they are removing them by themselves. But you have not heard the end of the story. I will not. That's one thing I'll promise you, that you're looking at me right now because you're always coming to our channel. Let me promise you that I, Chidi Wanyanwu, will not sit down and watch you go and steal my intellectual property. No. We will not do it. So just go and get ready for the fight that you have started. And a lot of you are subscribers. I would just ask you to keep tuning in and keep on listening for when we bring this thing up to the forefront. I'm not the only one. All people who stand for justice, all people who stand for the truth and for the rights of people, to freedom of speech and expression, all of them are going to team up with me, and we will fight this fight like we have always done it in the past, and truth will prevail. I know I'm not revealing a lot of information now, but bear with me. At the right time, you'll get to understand in detail what I'm talking about. Don't forget that today is day 5. You people are forgetting our pot pan protest. If you have not done a video, then you are not working with us. Go and do a video. Me, I've done a lot of videos. Every time I come, I try to remind you. Today is day 5. Nigerians, they did their own at 12 noon Nigerian time, which is like 6 a.m. here. So we're not able to join in. But just to let you guys know, we always go ahead and record these videos. I told you, instead of just sending the video to us, just upload the video on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Twitter. Just put the hashtag POTSPANProtest. Pots, pans, protest. Either you do it with the S after the pots and pans, or you do it without S, where it is hashtag POTSPANProtest or hashtag POTSPANSProtest. Do it and let us keep on spreading the news around. Guess what? BBC. You know, when we start something, people think we're joking. But no, it's not a joke. BBC has carried the news of our protest. Yes, go and look at BBC. BBC is reporting it. Reuters is reporting it. All the major news outlets around the world, they are reporting it, and it is causing a huge embarrassment on the government of the day. A lot of people have said, oh, you know what, don't, this thing you people are doing, it's not going to yield any result. Who will know now? Nobody will know that that you people are doing this thing. It is only when you are shouting all over. No, it is not true. It is not true at all. It is there is, what we're doing has a very, very big effect. When things like this happen, when it is not the usual thing that you are used to, don't just rule it. Don't just rule out the efficiency of what we're doing. No, you just have to try to do what we're doing with us and see how we achieve the desired effect. So finally, it has caught up with mainstream media, The ones, some of them are twisting it and saying, trying to cause havoc, trying to disrupt the peace of the of Nigeria and all those kinds of nonsense. No, that is not true. Anyways, I just had to let you guys know that the news of what we're doing has gotten round and the whole world knows about it. Have you done your own video? You that is looking at me now, have you done your own video? Have you been talking? Even if you do not believe in what we are doing, what are you doing? What are you yourself doing? Forget about what that person said. You know, some of us, we waste our time to talk about other people, what this person did and what that person did and what the other person didn't do well and the other person should have done, and analyzing. What are you doing, you by yourself, with all, okay, now we know you're professor of everything that is anything, you know. In fact, you can fix Nigeria, you can fix everybody else. But what have you done? That's what we want to know. Okay? That brings us to the topic that I want to discuss today. As you see, the topic I want to discuss today is about Nigerians and Africans in general. Where are our role models and where are the youths? And I got this from listening to Moyele Shore's interview with Dele Momodu. But it really, really made me feel very sad. Why did it make me feel very sad? Because we are quick to condemn our youth. We are quick to blame our youth, and I try to put myself sometimes in their shoes. I have a lot of youths that are my friends. I have a lot of youths that look up to me, that I mentor, and when you begin to blame them, I think my mind just goes to these people, because I know that these guys, these ladies, these boys and girls, they are doing their level best. They are truly doing their level best. They have to go and look for jobs where there are no jobs. They have to trek up and down because nobody can give them money. They cannot even complete their school. In their school system, they have to buy every single thing. They have to stay in accommodations that are fit for animals. I'm telling you, they show you the kind of accommodation that we have in our schools now, you won't believe it. And then, before you blame these people, think about who are they learning from. You're blaming people who are like 25 years now, 30 years, 16, 18, 15 years. But look at Nigeria from 30 years ago. Look at Nigeria from 25 years ago, from when they were born. What has been the roles played by their role model? Who has been the people that they've had to look up to? In terms of leaders, who has been their leaders? Who did they have as presidents? Point out for me which of our past leaders, from Obasanjo, from Buhari, from IBB, from Abacha, from who? Point out one of them that you can stand like this and say, this person was a great leader. When was the last time we had a leader that you can look up to? Who? Tell me. For Jonathan, all of them. We're not talking about people who just come and just be there and say, I am just there, I'm a gentleman, I don't want trouble, no. If we wanted that kind of thing, we would go and get, somebody who, that's not the mark of a leader. Somebody who would lead the nation out of obscurity to prosperity, to prominence. That's a leader. You have to face whatever there is to face. You have to stand in the gap for people. You have to take very tough decisions. That is the kind of leader that you want. But we've not had that in a long time. Look at people like Babangida. They came into the scene and we call them Maradona. Openly, they would bribe people. They would chop by chop, give money to this person, give money to that person. Just by themselves, they are controlling the treasury. Is that something that these our youths would have copied? Would they have copied our lecturers who started the business of printing handouts and insisting that these handouts you must buy them? Or the university authority that became a political stage for you to become a vice chancellor? It was just like any like a political scene. And so by the time you get into that place, you're not there to protect the interest of the school. So they close their eyes, and the clandestine lecturers who help them to get into power are just doing whatever they like. They sleep with female students in school. And these youths, when they tried to oppose what was going on in school, they were rusticated, they were expelled from school. Their parents abandoned them. So trying to make it in life, whenever they see any reason for them to stand up for their right, they know that it's not going to get to anywhere. Right before their eyes, the system collapsed completely. They saw their leaders, people get into leadership position because of how much they rigged, how many people they killed. They saw their fellow students, their fellow young people become political thugs and end up driving the latest cars, carrying the latest women, declaring surplus for everybody, buying a good house, traveling abroad. Some of you that are watching me right now, that are watching me from somewhere in the diaspora, you know that you are in that place you are right now from money that a politician gave you. And you know that some of you killed somebody. You're looking at me right now. You know you were a member of a gang, you were a member of a group, you were a thug, and you people killed someone and you got money and you are now somewhere abroad. Look at a country they have right now where people like Tinubu will be celebrating thugs who openly display their ability. They carry guns, they carry thugs, people, and they wale people, they terrorize neighborhoods. And somebody like Tinubu will be hailing them, will buy cars for them, will give them money to distribute all over the place. So what role model did these youths have to copy from? And when they turn around to who is making it, the only people that they see making it are not people who had to go to school to get a PhD. No. These are not people who had to propagate a very, very sound doctrine in terms of leadership, in terms of philosophy. No. There are people who just, I don't have anything against Nollywood. I don't have anything against comedy. But when they look around, the people that are making it are people who just went and they were shaking their bottom on the internet. You know, the more you open up your body, the more you get followership on Instagram, the more people will talk about you. A country where governors are giving money to somebody who came and was just talking trash on Big Brother. What do they call her name? Is it Tasha? I've been waiting. If a musician gets up and just, I don't have anything against musicians too. Me, I dance to Nigerian music too. I hail them. At least they're even bringing the needed popularity and trying to help our image abroad. But it mustn't be that the only people that we have to celebrate are the people who, you know, they just sing trash. They sing about the woman's booty, the woman's this, the woman's that, dance with 20 girls, talk about Moet, talk about... That is the only people that they see making it. When was the last time we celebrated somebody in Nigeria because they invented something, it was patented? It's only when they go outside. Go and look at the engineer who was designing the car for, is it GMC or either GMC, Ford, or one of those American companies. The guy is a Nigerian from the northern part of Nigeria. They are celebrating. Look at outside Nigeria. We celebrate lawyers who are Nigerians, doctors, counselors, mayors, ministers in other countries, Nigerians. That's why they are celebrated. When was the last time they were celebrated in Nigeria? So these young people, they grew up thinking that, okay, if I have to make it, I need to cheat. Because look at it. All the people that did not cheat, they don't make it. The people that they see making it are pastors, imams, men of God, cultists, traditionalists, herbalists, people who will go and tell somebody to go and bring a human head for ritual. It started raining. They know people who kidnapped. They know people who they kidnapped. They know, everybody knows that this guy kidnapped, but this guy is having a chieftaincy title in their village. So why would the youth not want to be like this kind of person? I'm truly telling you, these youths, before you blame them, look at the kind of role models that they had in their society. So it really made me start thinking that a lot of us are guilty of this thing I'm talking about. We have allowed the position of being a role model to degenerate to the point where we cannot pick out people in our society that we can say these are people we should copy, these are people we should be like them. Some useless pastors, sorry for my French, some useless pastors, you go around deceiving your congregation, telling them that yes, this is the way to live, just being flamboyant and showing flashy cars all over the place, doing fake miracles here and there. And this is not only for Christians. Some imams, you do the same thing. You preach messages that are anti a good society. You use religion to divide people and you exploit them. You want us to celebrate how many planes you have. You want us to celebrate how many big churches you're building. And yet the people in your congregation, yes, they come there, they dress fine, they have beautiful suits and all of that. But have you checked how they are living? Some of them are living in bachas, and you keep telling them, don't worry, things will be fine, things will be fine. And you know you cannot live in that bacha. The same you that is telling them to live a very straight life. The same you, whenever a minister, whenever a governor, whenever chairman of a local government, who you know very well that they cheated, they killed people, they robbed to get to that position. When they are going to come to your church, you put them in front of the church. You tell people to stand up for them. You have 20 people, your leaders, church leaders, you come to them, they come and sit in front of the church. If they stand up to give a statement, you will so clap and you'll be behaving like a dog. You'll be shaking around them. But when some of us stand up to go and contest so that we can make a change, you talk us down. You tell us that we don't know what we're doing. You start preaching to us. He said, Chidi, you're a Christian. You're even a pastor. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and the person, a very important person for that matter. And you know what he told me? He said, Chidi, I used to be, what did he say? I used to be an activist. But I learned since I became a pastor that you cannot be a pastor and do activism because the Bible does not support activism. I didn't even, it was not the right time to answer him. There will be a time for me to answer this person, and you people will get to know, unless he decides to be reasonable. But if he decides to play the way he is, you know, in our place, when you want to wrestle, you give somebody sand. Then when that person brings out sand, you know they are serious, then you scatter the sand from their hand. Then that means you have declared war. So I'm waiting on this person. I say, you think that being an activist is not biblical? Did you see when Jesus Christ was in the temple? Did you see how angry he was against people who have turned the temple to something else? Did you see when Jesus Christ was writing when he says, you brood of vipers? Did you hear him talking to the Pharisees? The thing is, you don't even understand what the Bible that you're defending. Did you see Jesus Christ and the disciples? Do you see the kind of people that he was working with? Radicals. Do you see when they came to arrest Jesus Christ? Peter pulled out a sword or dagger or whatever and cut off the ear of. I'm not saying you should be violent, but I'm just trying to tell you that Jesus Christ was not a gentleman. No, that wasn't Jesus Christ. You people just come and twist the thing upside down to suit you. Look at who he related with. When he called a party, did he call a party with the cream de la cream of the society? No. He looked at Zacchaeus and he said, "Hey guy, I want to have party for your house." So the guy said, "Who, me?" "Ah, no, you don't know me. Me, I'm a very sinful man." I said, "No, bros. Now for your house, I want to do party." Other people, Peter them, say, "Master, I don't think you know this guy that you want to go to his house and do party." Say, "No, I want to do party in your house. Don't worry, I'm coming." The guy went and arranged all his friends. Who do you think are his friends? A tax collector. Who do you think are his friends? He went and gathered other people who are like him. People that are like the rejects of the society. They gathered in his house. He brought somebody to play music. Do you think he brought holy this person to? No, he brought somebody who, the kind of person that he knows to play his kind of music. He brought some other girls who are not even, So I'm just trying to set the scene for you. It wasn't a holy scene. But when Jesus Christ came there, do you think he said, DJ, please stop that music. Play gospel music for me. Abba, who are all these people here? All these women, close your clothes now. Please, where is chair? Don't you know I'm pastor? Where is my bishop chair? I can't sit on that kind of chair. That's not what Jesus Christ did. He just blended in. People were saying, Master, no, leave everybody alone. These are the people, these are the kind of people that my Father has sent me to. That is the true gospel. I will have another day to talk about this thing. This is how you people should preach. That is how you should live. Not having double standards. You go around, you sleep with all the girls in your congregation. When they catch you, you go and use money and just buy everything up. Then you come and open your mouth and want to be a role model. Role model, my foot. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started at all. You see all these things that people are doing in that. Don't even get me started at all. See, if I open my book for you, just leave me alone. See, just leave me alone. There is so much going. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. You see, what you people, when your fake miracles, you guys, look, God will judge you at the right time. You see all of you that you exploit your people. When they die, you pretend you don't know that they are dead. When they call the church office to say, "I need help," you block their number, or you come and I'm telling you, and you collect tithes, you collect money from people who are criminals, who are 419, who are drug dealers. You know them. You support politicians who you know they are fake. They are stealing our money. They steal the money they bring to you. You pray over them and you let them go. You guys form a cartel, and if anybody speaks against you, you use the baddest, the most corrupt lawyers. You bribe judges. You send your people to bribe me, and you have the guts to look, man. Don't worry. This thing is going to come. We are not done. We are not done. You don't know who you picked on. See, nothing. Go and write it down. Nothing ever. Nothing would ever defeat the truth. Never. It's never been done. See, all of you that we touched you before, but we let it be because we didn't want to be distracted. Now you're coming again to touch. See, this time around, the way we will expose you, that is, we will say expose. You don't know. I don't think you understand me. I don't think you really understand. You don't understand me, or you don't understand other people who think like me. You don't understand where we are coming from. You don't understand why we do what we do. You think we are joking. You think we just get up and we are doing this thing. I don't know what you think we are doing it for. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand how the mind of an activist works. You think this whole thing is a joke? You think if it was a joke, we'll not just collect money and keep quiet? What do you think you don't understand? There is a personal satisfaction that you get from seeing somebody's right defended. There's a personal satisfaction that you have between you and your God. When you see that somebody who has been marginalized, that you help that person to be saved, you rescue them from that marginalization. You don't understand the personal joy that we get. You don't understand that sense of satisfaction that you stand before God and you say, God, I have done what you sent me to do. You don't understand what my goal in life is. I am prepared to fight and die. And I'm not kidding. I'm prepared to fight and die fighting. I would rather die fighting for somebody's rights, for my own rights, than to die feasting with somebody who is a thief, somebody who is a deceitful fellow, who is using the name of God to get money from people. You would die. We will all be shocked when we get to heaven. All these things that you people are doing, deceit, pure deceit. You know that you're deceiving people. You turn around and you start blaming them. Look at all the young people in your church. I don't know why I've just stayed on this topic. Young people, they don't have jobs. They are like sheep without shepherd. Just come and tweet on top of their problem. You come and twist their brain, and you just set them on a path where there is no hope. People are just roaming. Look at our country. Look at the amount of people that you have influence over. You have influence over millions. If all the churches in Nigeria were doing what they are supposed to be doing, if all the mosques and all the religious leaders were doing what they're supposed to be doing, we will not even care about the government. The government will come and be begging you. They'll be begging you to notice them, and nobody will notice you. To tell you the truth, here in Canada, here in Toronto, I don't need to know I just know them because of my political, my interest in politics. But I don't need to know who is my mayor. I don't need to know who is the councillor in charge of my area. I don't need to know them. I don't need to know who is my minister, my health minister, minister of immigration, minister for communication. I don't need to know. I don't have to know them. Why do I need to know them? They are the ones, and here politicians beg you to notice them. They beg you to notice them. They try to get your number and your what do you call it, your email, so that they can send you a news update or letter of what they are doing. Otherwise, I don't care, because my children are taken care of. There's a school for my children to go to school. The gas station down my street, anytime I go there, there's fuel. My telephone is working 24/7. It doesn't cut. My internet I'm not using my internet right now because I'm on Wi-Fi. That is in my home. So in fact, I called my company and said, look, why are you people charging me for data when I am not going outside to use the data? They slashed the whole thing. I called my insurance company. I said, why are you people charging me for my car that is parked? They said, sorry, sir, we are sorry. They slashed the whole thing. The energy company like NEPA in Nigeria, they said everybody, because there's a rate they charge for nights when they know that everybody's not using the energy. They charge low rates, and during the day they charge high rates so that it will discourage big companies from using their power. But since this COVID-19, they told everybody, we are just charging a flat rate for everybody. We are charging the low rate charge for everybody. What am I trying? If we are sick, we walk into a hospital. That is how a good society works. If you people want to know what to do, turn your attention to the leadership. Make sure that the leadership is doing the right thing. Tell your young people how to resist things that are going wrong. But you don't do that. You mask these useless people that are supposed to be our role models. You defend the bad things that they do. You prop them up. You let their children come. You build schools that your regular church members, your regular congregation cannot attend those schools. They don't even have money. Who are the people in your schools? They are the 419ers. They are the politicians who stole our money. All their children are in your schools. So how can we now follow you? How can we listen to your preaching? Every time you mess up and we say that you messed up, instead of you coming to apologize, you send people to hound us. You send serial killers to try to know our house. You threaten that you're going to kill us. Why do you keep threatening? Why do you keep threatening with kill? What do you think this life is worth to? Some of us, we have already settled that any. Did you know COVID-19 was going to? Do you think Abakari knew that he was going to die? Don't you just get some? Stop threatening people with death. No, but none of us is thinking about death anymore. It's a day that you have with God, with nature, with it will happen. What we are resolved to do is that the day that we finish this whole thing, there is nothing left of us. We have given everything that we have. I want to shout and shout till my voice is no more. I want to give and give till I don't have anything. When I'm dead, I don't want people to say, I left this, I left that, I left that. As long as I leave something to make my children comfortable. That's all. I don't want to have 20 buildings. If that is my focus in life, I can do that very well. I can use this time that I used to do broadcasting. I can use it for something that is nefarious. I can work the internet very well. I can decide to be a 419. I will make more money than just sitting down here and shouting on the phone like a madman. You people just get somebody so worked up, and I'm telling you, it's just it's very very annoying. It's very 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 annoying. There are no role models anymore. And when it comes to young people, I know I have said we should not criticize young people. We should not blame them. But still, some of us, the young people, why should you allow somebody to deceive you? In my language, they say, Onye aghọgburu aghọgbu, uche ọ gara ebe. The translation is that person that they say they are deceiving. Where did your mind go? Where did your sense go? You no get sense. Is it not the same sense that you're using to operate this computer this phone that you're using to watch me right now? Was it somebody that showed you how to get data? Was it somebody that showed you how to do setup? You're smart now. You're smart. So it's annoying to us when you allow yourself to be deceived. Come on now. How can you're a sharp man now? How with all your sharpness you go stay there? Somebody will be deceiving you. It's not. You're not a guy man now. Pros. A guy, you're smarter and sharper than this thing now. Don't let these people deceive you. Okay, yes, we need role models, but you now, you don't wise up. After all the mistakes, after somebody make you fall mugu, must you fall mugu for life? Leave these people alone now. Think for yourself. Don't let them use you. Over how much? Somebody find you 2,000 naira data. You're right here on my channel writing nonsense. Bros, look back now. Is that all you're worth? 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira. You don't know, say your mates are making 6 figures. No be somebody 30-year-old boy. Facebook, how old is he? Go and look at all the startup companies. Think like that now. Haba. Think like that. You're smarter than that. Okay, the role models are not there. But why are you criticizing people like Shore? Why? Why are you making it your job? Who send you? Now who do you? Why are you criticizing people like him? Why are you criticizing people like Nnamdi Kanu? Why? Are they your problem? They are not your problem. Are they perfect? No. Are they saying what you like? No. But why? Why did you make yourself an agent? Agent of who? Who are you fighting for? Is it Shore and people like Nnamdi Kanu? Are they the ones that destroyed your road? Are they the ones that are sharing? Did you hear that the 21 billion, I mean, how much, 50 something billion they give? Did you hear that they sent to their account? The other day, I was listening to Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing, trying to defend what people are saying about him. He had to go through how, when Radio Biafra started, he was the one spending his money. Must they have to do this? Today, when I was yesterday, when Omoyele Sowore was on the interview with Dele Momodu, he had to go and start talking about how in school, they started in school, they were doing this. Must they always have to do this? Why should we put them through that? Why? We are wise now. We are the same way we are following this person on Instagram, following that person on Instagram. We are wise. We know what to do. Let us turn our attention to the people who are, and the people that have, yes, you don't have money. You know how many times you have asked me for money. I'm not saying that to put anybody down, because, yes, there's no money. But rather than take that money to go and start talking or criticizing the people who are role models of our time, you turn around, you should turn and face your governors, face your local government chairman, face your councillors, face your members of House of Reps, face your senators, face your president. That is where you should be looking. These other people, as they are pointing their hands towards them, follow and point your hand towards the people they are pointing at. Forget about their own. Everybody has their shortcomings. Everything Nnamdi Kanu says is rubbish to you, because he says Yoruba people, Yoruba media, Yoruba. Me too. When I hear it, it doesn't sound comfortable to me. But that is 1% of all the things that he is saying. Why don't you hear when he's telling you that, oh, my people are being marginalized, when they get their goods, they have to go and clear it in Lagos? Why don't you hear when he's telling you, why is there no port in Port Harcourt? Why is there no port in Calabar? Why don't you hear it? Why don't you hear when he's asking you, why is the federal roads in the east not fixed? Why don't you hear it? Why don't you hear when he's asking you, why is there no bridge, second bridge in the River Niger? Why don't you hear him when he's saying that? You stay and criticize him and talk that. Why don't you hear him talk about the monies that are given to people that they eat, and the people are suffering and the people are dying? Why don't you hear it? And those of you who don't like Omoyele Sowore, why is it that the only thing you remember is that, yes, when he was Sahara Reporters, they wrote against Jonathan. So because he wrote against Jonathan, what is happening to him right now is what he deserves. Why do you hear only that? Why didn't you hear when Yaradua died and the caliphate, the Kabas in the north, refused for Jonathan to take over power? And it was people like Omoyele Sowore and the Sahara Reporters that put down their feet and said Jonathan should be made the president of Nigeria. Where were you? Where were you? You Olodo like you that you don't even know history. Where were you? He defended him. Where were you when Jonathan said, I know that within my cabinet I have Boko Haram, that there's nothing we can do, there's nothing I can do anymore? Where were you? Where were you when everybody said, look, you're too weak, you can't lead us, we need a better person? Was it Sowore that caused it? Where were you when Sowore stood his ground against Ibrahim Babangida? Where were you in the school days? Go and look at the things that people like him did. But just because of one thing that you heard, that you don't even know the story, every other thing he says, you don't want to listen. What we're doing, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. This is not our problem. This is not our problem at all. That's why I'm not interested when you write rubbish. I just let go of it. Because that is not our problem. You, by yourself, go and do riot. Pot and pan is a useless thing. Which one are you doing? Do your own now. Start battery and pen protest. If you start it, if that's the one that will work, me personally, I will follow you. I'll project you. I'll bring you on my station. I will do interview for you. But you won't do it. Who are you supporting? You won't send money. You won't support anybody. You buy small money, small data for your thing. Insta. All you people that you're doing something, but I will like you only send this other one. And let's go here and send. This man, if I catch you on the road, that's how some of you, you said if I catch you, I will shoot you, I'll kill you. If I know where to find you, Chidi, I'll kill you. I gave you my number. I gave you my address. Coward like you can't even buy 3 square meals for yourself. You're going around to go and kill Chidi because Chidi is doing video. Beg, let's face our issue and stop all this nonsense that we're doing. They are the ones that make them call us lazy youth now. You know how old I am. And I'm still doing this. You think I'm 20 years? You think you see me do all this thing, wear all this beret, do all this yopi. You think I'm 20? I'm not young like you. My time done dey pass. I have done my own. Oh, if you still think that people like me will be there doing those, look, me, I don't reach 50 years. Go and know it. When you reach 50, you don't go on the other side. Very soon, I no go fit do this thing wey I dey do. If you people don't get up and take over this thing that we are doing, one day you come to your village and Chinese man go put road block. He say waiting, I'm from this place. Throw you out of your village. They don't sell your village to Chinese company. You dey here, they attack Dr. Chidi, they attack Shore, they attack Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know that they have already awarded your village to Chinese company. They say they won't do road. They award the whole village. Go and see what's happening in which country be that? Is it Gambia, where they have taken over the whole country, taking over their army, taking over their seaport. Their Chinese people are wearing their police uniform because their people didn't do what they are supposed to do. Make stay like that, and the same thing will happen to us in Nigeria because you as a youth, you didn't do what you're supposed to do. You're looking for a role model. The role models are not there anymore. Leave them alone. I beg. Okay, I need to stop here. I don't think all the things that I prepared to share with you today. I beg. I know share them. Go on. You can get them in the news. I know today is not for copy and paste. Somebody really got me very angry, and I'm very, very angry. And when I finish this thing, I'm going to continue what I'm doing about this person that got me angry. And in a few days, you guys will understand why I'm feeling how I'm feeling today. But besides that, don't let somebody get you angry to a point where you lose focus. We are focused. We'll continue fighting this fight because we know surely we are fighting the good fight, and victory is ours. God is on our side. For us to fail, for me to fail, God himself will have to fail, and God never fails. The same God that helped me with the bear, the same God that helped me with the lion, that same God will help me with this ant that is presenting himself like a Goliath. And we will cut off the head of that Goliath and we'll hold it up, and then we'll tell you people the story. All right, from all of us here in Worship Media Studios in Toronto, Dr. Erica, every member of our crew, this is Dr. Chidi saying I love you. Even though I talk tough to you, it's still tough love. I truly, truly love you. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye bye.